Hello, hello. We are live, we are live, we are live, and we are live. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to today's live. If you're new here, my name is Natalia, and I'm an holistic vocal coach and a professional crossover singer. I help people who love to sing, who loves to perform, to find their true authentic voice and share with the world with confidence. That's what I'm here for. Now, I'm so excited for today because I decided to do a poll on both of my YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, asking you if you think you have an authentic voice. Do you think you have an authentic voice? What do you think? Write in the comments below. I would love to hear your idea or opinion. And I have to tell you, the results completely shocked me. So that's why I'm here, okay? So 78% of my YouTube subscribers said they don't think they have a unique voice. Also, 70% of my Instagram and Facebook friends say they don't think they have a unique voice either. So that kind of scared me, to be honest with you. And that's where I decided, you know what? I have to come alive and share with you my story of finding my authentic voice and kind of my journey. And it's definitely worth it. And I think, first of all, everybody has authentic voice. That's just what it is, right? We were born with a unique voice. All of us. It doesn't matter if you're trained, if you're not trained. It's about born. You're born with this blueprint that only you have. Only you have a certain energy. You only have a certain type of tone, pitch, everything is so unique to you. So that's why it was so important for me to come live in here and kind of remind you how amazing you are, but also ask you, what do you think what it means to have an authentic voice? What it means to have an authentic voice? Write me in the chat. And also, if you're watching from anywhere in the world, I would love to hear where you're watching from. If it's New York, if it's Singapore, if it's Israel, if it's Italy, if it's whatever. Would love to see and hear. And also write to me, what do you think authentic voice means? What does that mean? I know for a lot of people it means special voice, something unique, right? And when we talk about unique, it's something that is kind of controversial. It's kind of hard to say what it means unique. Right? But as I said and I stated, we all born with a unique voice, period. That's not something you need to work on. That's not something you need to establish. It's something you were born with a unique voice. So that's the good news. Now, why we feel that we don't have a unique voice? That's what I want to ask you. So I'm going to share with you my story, because I know when I started singing, I didn't feel like I have a unique voice as well. I didn't think I have an authentic voice. I think I had an okay voice. And the reason being, coming to New York, study with one of the best vocal coaches and studying to become an opera singer, not just a singer, but an opera singer. One of those things that you really quickly learn how to sing in a certain way. You learn how to be, let's say, how to form your voice in a certain way so it's operatic. What kind of arias or songs you're singing in the repertoire, in your 𝗏, right, in your register. And you quickly learn that you need to follow certain rules to be taken seriously. Hi, Carlos. So this is the thing. And I thought, this is what it was for me. Vocal training was getting this whole package, my voice, my demeanor, my energy, my performance, my skills, everything, to make sure this can be presented and accepted by the opera world. And you have to follow certain rules, right? You can't just do whatever you want. You can't just improvise. So I think right when there, my voice and my authenticity was pretty much wasn't in my control. It was really kind of in hand of my vocal coach or the person that mentored me, because his opinion, her opinion was more important than mine, because I didn't know what will get me to get those gigs, to get the audition, right? So that was really interesting for me. And I lost my authentic voice along the way because I followed all those rules. And when I listened and when I learned a new aria or a new song, guess what I did? I followed and listened 100 times to the same aria until it stuck in my head, which was the worst way to learn a song. Hey, Oren! By the way, Oren was with me in the Neighbors of 𝗟𝗂. So, how's it going? So here's the thing. So when we are molded in a certain type of being, a certain type of singer, right? Could be also musical theater, it could be pop, it could be rock. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing, right? And also you learning a song by listening already to somebody else singing it, you automatically, even your subconscious level, you automatically pick up all their nuances. You sing the way they sing it. You make the choices they already made. And it's very, very hard to break that because it's already so deep in your subconscious. Okay, the connections, the neurological connections already made. So it's really, really hard. So when you understand that, you kind of understand that we all sound the same. When you really think about it, we all trying to imitate those singers out there, the main singers we hear all the time on repeats, right? And it's really, really hard to find your authentic voice when you only hear certain type of singers out there. They're very successful. You try to imitate, thinking you're also going to be valued by copying them, right? You're learning songs by listening to them, or you make songs or you create songs or compose songs that fit into this category. So it's all becoming more and more and more narrow, and it's very hard to kind of express yourself where there's no rules, right? There's no rules of expressing yourself. There's no rules of just being who you are. You're just who you are. And it's very, very hard. So I'm here. Oh, you're so sweet. He says that I was one of the most talented in the group. Oh, that's so sweet, Oren. Thank you, love. Why you're not asleep? You're supposed to be sleeping right now in Israel. But anyways, coming back to our conversation. So if you don't know my story, I lost my voice after taking lessons from one of the top vocal coaches in New York City. And I blame myself a lot because I couldn't fit into that category. I just couldn't. And I felt more and more trapped, more condensed, and consequently, I just literally lost my voice and the will to sing. That's the worst, actually. When you just don't want to sing anymore, you feel like you want to give up, you feel like you are the failure. I felt like something is wrong with me, not with her, with me. And I just didn't think I fit into this whole industry. And the truth of the matter is, it's a lie. Because I'm worthy, more than worthy, and I was more than worthy to be part of it. But it was hard for me to try to fit into a mold that is just not who I am. And that's where my journey started, of finding my true authentic voice. Here we go, Oren lost his voice. Yes. And it's a big thing. It's a big thing. And it's some people go through surgeries, they go through a whole thing where they almost just can't sing after. It really, really depends what your situation, but I believe with good vocal coaching and following what feels good at this moment, and just really slow progress, but it's a progress. Don't deny yourself the gift of singing. Doesn't matter if you can't sing those big songs. It's about expressing yourself where you are, and the voice will develop by itself slowly but surely, because again, it's all here. It's all mental, right? Whatever we say to our voice, it's going to follow. So if we say we can't sing, of course we can't sing. the body just responds our commands. But the way I kind of came back to owning my own voice and owning my power and owning my authentic voice, not just singing, but owning my authentic voice, is actually making my own rules. Not following what everybody said to me. You should do this and you should do that and you should do da. No, I'm taking my own power. I'm going to teach myself how to sing. I'm going to teach myself how to sing. How the voice works, what it really goes on there, right? Really learning this whole complex. It's a very complex thing, but it's very important because we can't see our instrument, right? It's all internal, but it's important to understand how this whole amazing instrument is working all together. And with that, I took all kinds of different workshops on psychology, Alexander technique, which is I super highly recommend if you can take a class doing Alexander technique. It's going to really teach you the connection between the body and the voice, because Alexander, if you don't know, he's an actor who lost his voice very frequently to a point where the doctors just didn't know what he has. And he found out that the way he was speaking, because he wasn't a singer, he was an actor, he was tilting and moving his neck in a certain way that just hindered him. And it's not the big movements, it's the small movements we're doing on a daily basis. They just over time, they overlap, and it just creates all that tension and what we call a disease. Right? So that's really something that helped me a lot. I did yoga, I did meditation, I did spiritual things. I did everything in the book that could teach me holistically how to be an artist, how to be a singer from different angles. So why I'm telling you this? Because that's where I gave myself the permission to find my authentic voice. Not following rules. Now that's hard, because you want to get at those auditions, you want to get into those performances, you really want to, but you have to understand your loyalty to yourself is the most important thing. And I'm going to repeat that. Your loyalty to your voice and to yourself is the most important thing. Nothing is more important, because in the end of the day, if you're going to go to these auditions and those performances singing the way you're not, really sound the way you are, and feeling like you're already lost because you feel like not yourself. So what's the point, right? And as I discovered my authentic voice, I also gave myself a permission to explore my voice in different ways. And I'm going to give you some tips how to start exploring your voice in different ways and how to find your authentic voice. So the first thing, learn the song without listening to the song on repeat. It's very important. I'm going to say it again. Do not listen to the song you're learning on repeat with the same singer over and over and over and over and over again until you know it by heart. Again, why? Because we subconsciously, we're going to sing it the way the original singer sang it, no matter what we do. So that's a dangerous thing. So I highly recommend to put yourself 3 different 3 different versions of that song. Listen to 3 of those versions a couple of times, and that's it. Let it go. You already know the song. And if you can play it or have a pianist or somebody to accompany you, what's better? That's the best thing, because that's where you really allow yourself to explore it in your own pace. You do your own version of it. You don't feel you have to sing in a certain way. That's very, very important. Another thing you can do to find your authentic voice is to explore your voice with no edit effect, as is. What I mean by that? So when I tell people, let's say, to sing pop, suddenly their voice has this like nuances, like you hear like Britney Spears, like my loneliness, all of that glottal, I don't know what it is, what to call it, or very airy sound. Oh, my love. Oh, oh, man. Whatever, I'm just making up stuff. But it's like getting into that idea of what pop should sound like and trying to make your voice sound like it. Does that make sense? So don't add effects. Sing it the way it is. Sing it the way you would sing it, with no added effects. And I'll teach you more about that actually on my free training called Just Sing It. It's on this Thursday, 11/11. It's a very special day. Guess what? At what time? At 11 a.m. So I changed the time because I have some unfortunate obligation that I need to attend. And I decided to move it to 11 a.m. And I think it's even better. So if you can watch it, you can always catch the replay. I'm going to put it in my comments for you guys on my YouTube and Facebook and my Instagram friends. You can definitely check my link in my bio and just join, put your name and your email. And I'm going to teach you more about how to really sing with your authentic voice, to really go deeper with that. But to go back to that point is really to not sing with any effects. And second thing is to explore your voice in different ways. What I mean by that. So instead of just singing rock, go sing jazz, go sing ballads, go sing opera, go sing, I don't know, reggaeton. I'm just making up stuff. Really try to sing different styles and genres of music. Don't stick to only to one thing. Because what happens, we get used to singing a certain way, the way we expect it. And when we sing different genres, it's kind of like pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone. And it really allows us to explore our voice in different ways that we didn't even feel and knew we could. So I really highly recommend to do that. And at first it feels crazy, it feels uncomfortable, but that's what it's all about, right? It's really about feeling and really exploring your voice in different ways. Hi, Mikey. How's it going? So, actually, the third way to find your authentic voice is to improvise more. Improvise more, my loves. Don't just sing the way you've been told to sing. Just sing from your heart. Make your own noise, quote unquote, right? Make your own melodies, make your own song your own. It could be also just like improvising with no song, just making sounds and feeling comfortable doing it. Because we feel a lot of times like, oh, I don't know what to sing. I don't want to sound weird. And we feel like it's not, it's put us in an uncomfortable position. But as a singer, I think it's so important. Actually, today I had a lesson with one of my students, and we worked on scatting. Scatting is jazz improvisation for singers, right? When we imitate the sound of instruments with our voices. And it's important for me to do that with my students. I'm kind of pushing them out of the comfort zone. Even if they're not jazz singers, it doesn't matter, because I want them to feel and explore their voice in different ways and really find their authentic voice through it by trying different things. So here we go, guys. This is kind of like my list of things to start trying to think about how to find your authentic voice. The most important thing, remember, there's no rules. Go erase the rules. You do not need to sing a certain way to be valued. It's not the way. If anything, people want now to hear more than anything something authentic, something that is real, something that is you, so people can relate to you. There's 100 of Justin Bieber, there's 100 of The Weeknd, there's 100 of Mariah Carey, and trying to sound like somebody else, it just doesn't work anymore. We want to have somebody that sounds exactly like you and bring their own true colors, their own authenticity, and your message to the world. Because what's the point? Okay, so I'm gonna repeat what are the things you can do to start finding your authentic voice. So the first one, remember, learn a song without listening only to one version. Listen to at least 3 versions and try to find yourself a good accompanist so you can learn the songs with them and not by repeating on constant repeat the songs. The second thing is to explore your voice with no added effects. Do not try to sing poppy or jazzy or you know, really allow yourself to let your natural voice come through. And also, third thing, try different genres. Go explore different genres, different styles of music. Don't just stick to one. It's very, very important to kind of get yourself out of your comfort zone. And last but not least, improvise more. Allow yourself to improvise more and really let the natural voice and your style to come out. So I hope it helped, my loves. If you are interested to go deeper, thank you, Elvin. Thank you so much. Natalia has some real good advice. My pleasure. This is why I'm here. If you're watching the replay, if you have any questions, go ahead, drop them in the comment section below. I will definitely get back to you. And as I said, if you want to go deeper, I have a free training this Thursday. You don't understand. This is going to be an amazing training you do not want to miss, because this is just a smidget of how much I have for you guys. So go ahead, sign up. If you do not see it right now on YouTube, wait a second. I'm going to put it in the comments as we finish this live. And my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Instagram friends, you can check the link in my bio to join the training calls. Just Sing It. We're just going to learn how to sing finally with no BS, no complications, just sing it. And I can't wait to see you there on Thursday, 11/11 at 11 a.m. So with that, guys, have a beautiful rest of your day. Wherever you're watching, keep singing, keep dreaming. I believe in each and every one of you. So I love you, and I'll see you next time.